Anyone?
I don't.
Yes?
I don't want to download dirt. I want to clean the dirt.
Well, you've come to the right place then.
But it's downloading all the dirt.
Is it still downloading the dirt?
No, now it's loading the dirt. It's not downloading the dirt, just loading the dirt.
You still aren't in here? Jesus,
got
it
in
took
here.
you forever.
Am I purple like I want to be?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Meg's here. So,
Meg.
that actually reminded me. So, tell me about Nintendo Direct today.
Oh, it was pretty good. I mean,
Really?
it wasn't like, oh my god, which they haven't given us one of those in a while. But they added a Game Boy and Game Boy Advance stuff. I can throw dirt at your screen if you want. No, don't. Don't do that. They added Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. They added Game Boy for anybody with any type of NSO, Nintendo Switch Online. But if you have the expansion pack, which everybody in chat right now and the two of us and a few other people have, you get Game Boy Advance stuff. And I downloaded both of them and I played a little bit of it. It was pretty cool. But I think the biggest surprise was Metroid Prime.
What happened with Metroid Prime?
Well, they released a remaster of the original Metroid Prime game, and it's available like right now. They didn't say anything about it. It's just out. You can just go download it.
Sometimes that's the better way to handle it. Just like it's there. Look, we got a message from Laura herself.
Oh, what did she say? I can't see the message.
Hello, I trust Winston has extricated himself from the freezer in time to make you tea.
You could lure the butler. I think it was the original Tomb Raider. But while you were in the mansion, the butler followed you around, and you could lure him into the freezer and lock him in there, and so that became kind of like a meme. To lock the butler in the freezer.
Okay.
Hey, Logan.
But
hey, Logan.
Yes.
Your mic is crackling every 5 seconds or so.
Oh.
So I don't know what you got to restart to do.
I got to restart all of it.
All like your whole computer?
No, I got to restart Discord, voice mod, and the software for my mix amp.
Okay.
Well, so give me like 3 minutes, and I will be right back.
Alrighty.
It'll just be me cleaning. I'll have this whole thing
I'll
done
still be in
before
the
he gets back.
game.
Yeah, but he'll be occupied. Get out of here. Meg, tell me about Metroid, but I didn't realize it was Prime 1 until I saw it on the Twitters. On the Twitters. Quinn's like, surprise! Yeah, because by releasing it, like, I wouldn't say quietly, but just like, it's done, it's here, you're not having to deal with delays, you're not having to set expectations, and then people get mad because you don't meet those expectations, and you're pushing back dates for releases. So, I mean, sometimes it's easier to do that for certain games. Meg says, I love when they release within the week of announcing. Yeah, especially because you don't have to wait for it. It's just like, it's there, have fun, no problems. Is anyone fans of Metroid in chat? I think, Clay, at one point we bought a pack. Like, it was multiple Metroid games in one. And you were like, I'll only play this whenever you're here watching with me. And I think you did it one time. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to be here watching with you.
I have the Steelbook Prime Trilogy, which is apparently a rare thing. But I have it.
Oh, Meg says, I have so much respect of games that do that, even if I don't play them. Oh. Sergio says the Steelbook Trilogy is rare in all caps.
Yeah, I think it's probably at last time I checked, it's worth about maybe like at least $100, and I assume that will either go up or down as that pack gets more or less desirable,
depending on if the game's on an upward swing or not. Basically,
right.
All right, this should be much better.
It is much better so far.
So what you're saying is at least $100 if we need to pay some bills.
Right. Yeah.
We can sell a video game downstairs. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about?
I also have my Steelbook Metroid Prime. I also have a lot of hard to find car parts.
I'm still kicking myself. There was a time where I didn't have a lot of money, and I actually came across just that collector's like Steelbook all 3 Prime games for the Wii, and I passed it up because I couldn't afford it. And it's just like, I should have just done it, but I also wouldn't have been able to pay my bills.
Yeah, I did that with Luigi's Mansion, and then I didn't realize how hard to find Luigi's Mansion is.
But there's going to be a physical version of the Prime remaster as well that's coming out later this month, which the pre-order became available, I think, today. So I think there's no collector's edition for it, which is what I was looking to see. And I think since there's not going to be a collector's edition, I think I might just go digital with this one.
Can't sell it if it becomes super rare one day.
I don't care about it. I don't buy video games to sell them later.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say after that? Oh yeah, they announced details about the Tears of the Kingdom, the new Legend of Zelda game. They showed a lot of stuff for it. My God, that game looks friggin' amazing.
Isn't that coming out this year?
Yes,
Supposed
it's coming
to be
out
not
in May.
too far away.
It's
Okay.
coming out in May. It's gonna
No
be so
delays. I'm shocked.
No.
We're still releasing. Okay, cool.
good. What they've shown, it looks so good, dude. I'm so excited about that. And there's
Hold
a
the
collector's
fuck on.
edition. Say what?
There's so much that happened in chat. I got to pause you for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's go back. Sergio says Prime isn't my favorite. It was a great game. Also, Commander Shepard voices Samus, so it has that going for it.
Oh, yeah.
Quentin says the only Metroid game I played was Prime Hunters on the DS, and that was probably not the best fit. First Metroid game. The multiplayer was fun though.
Prime
and
Hunters
Sergio's-
was pretty good.
Never. This is all out of my wheelhouse. You gotta play the GBA remakes of the originals. Metroid is the best series that Nintendo ignores.
Yes, Metroid Prime, or not Metroid Prime, Metroid Zero Mission is amazing. It's Zero Mission and Fusion are like my favorite Metroid games. They're also like one of the few I've actually beaten.
Maybe that's why they're your favorites.
Probably.
Quinn says I'm definitely going to now since they're easier to access. And Meg is asking Clay, did Sergio ever show you the Luigi's Mansion figurine I gave him?
No, I have not seen
I
that.
haven't seen that. I want to see that too. Post it in
You have
Posted it in
requests for
context.
pictures.
Sergio, show me your little guy.
Oi.
New guy dropped.
Oh God. Sergio says Zero Mission is one of the best games they've ever introduced to Metroid. Never ever play Other M.
Now,
Does it still have weapon degradation? Oh, you hate that, don't you,
Oh.
Sergio?
Yeah,
that is
Sergio's like-
Sergio's soapbox. You want to borrow one of my
Sergio's-
boxes?
Sergio doesn't like the weapon degradation system, which I personally don't mind. I think it makes sense for the kind of game it is. Probably. I'm going to say go ahead and probably assume that it's still in there.
Did the podcast get released?
It has not, no.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Apologies.
you won't get my joke about you want to borrow one of my
I
boxes.
wanted to work on it today after work. I didn't get a chance to.
But someone was playing with VMix because someone else wanted to watch the Nintendo Direct and stream his reactions live,
I built a Nintendo-themed background.
while this other one was working on cleaning the house and didn't take a break all damn day. Sergio was all right. Here, borrow my box, Sergio. I'll be your voice box. Weapon, deg. I like how you're just shortening this. Makes it easier for me to say it. Systems have never been fun. It worked once in New Vegas, and that's it.
I like how he says it
There
never
you go.
worked, and then he immediately contradicts himself.
I hope I emphasized and was
Sergio,
boxing enough for you.
It was fine. It didn't ruin the pacing of the game at all.
Sergio
think-
says it just means I'll watch y'all stream it and experience yet another Zelda game vicariously. I mean,
Okay.
that's not a bad way to
I
go
am
about it.
100% going to stream it.
I wish
Like
I wish
bet.
there was a single weapon in the game. There was like, all right, here's the thing, here's the one, or there was like a charm, even if it like,
No,
If
there,
it
there's a
costs-
charm. She's at your feet, probably.
even if it cost, a pile of money, you would get your weapon basically reinforced.
That was the one complaint I have about the weapon degradation in Breath of the Wild, is that if you had a sword that you really liked that was breaking,
Mhm.
you couldn't fix it. You had to wait for it to break all the way and then find a new one.
Yeah, and
That-
see that's the thing.
That's the one thing I didn't like about it.
Yeah, I don't mind the system. I'm glad they at least tried something. But if there's a downfall to that, I would say, okay, here's the new thing to keep you from just relying on a single weapon all throughout the game, and that's the only thing you use, and there's no challenge to anything. I does Minecraft count as weapon degradation? It kind
Yes.
of does. But even with those, you can craft ones that last even longer. I don't know if there's any foods that you could make in Breath of the Wild that would make your stuff
Yes.
last longer. Okay.
There was some recipes that made your weapons. What is the word? What was the
Hardened?
What's the word? No, it's not hardened. It made their
More not safe for work stuff.
Durability?
durability last
Okay.
longer.
Yeah, it was the
But-
same. It was the same thing in Dead Rising. Like Dead Rising, your stuff breaks, and it's really frustrating. But you can, carry a magazine to make
But
stuff
the
last
like
longer.
the one counter I feel like is the ace in the hole for the degradation in specifically Breath of the Wild is the people are like, what if you run out of weapons? That game throws so many weapons at you.
Yeah.
You're not gonna run out. I have played that game almost 100%, and I have never once been like, oh God, I don't have a weapon.
Right.
I've come into a situation where I'm like, oh God, I don't have any strong weapons, but I was always able to make do.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like, the game is built expecting you to break those weapons. So every enemy you beat drops probably another weapon.
Mm-hmm. Every single one.
I love
But,
that
yes,
Meg gives us the behind the scenes of Sergio. She said earlier, Sergio typing furiously. And this is what he was saying. I just want the option. Oh, gotta get in your soapbox. I just want the option to turn it the off. How is my turning it off gonna affect the way others enjoy the game? It's one of the reasons I consider emulating the Breath of the Wild game so I can find a mod that turns that shit off.
Yeah, cheat engine.
I mean, you could always just get the Master Sword and then go through the Master Sword trials, and then the Master Sword literally becomes the most broken, strong, durable sword in the whole game.
But it will break eventually.
It doesn't break. What it does is it runs out of charge, and then it becomes
Oh.
weak.
Okay.
And then you
I
have
see.
to wait like 6 minutes for it to come back.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you go through the Master Sword trials, it becomes like so powerful and so durable.
I mean,
that
I'm
it's like
kind of going through that with Yakuza. Like the fist fights are incredibly weak. Like you do next to no damage with your fists. So you have to find an object if you're not carrying, an absolute van load of weapons in your pockets.
Yeah, they got the further along we get in the Yakuza series, they're getting more weapon heavy for a lot of these fights instead of
Wait till you
fist
see
heavy.
Ishin. It's very weapon
need
heavy.
to-
Yeah, I can't wait.
I need to get higher than this. Are there any higher
No.
stilts?
Hi. You have to
Hello.
use your extension. I'm using the Pro Vista Pro extra long extension and then just put it on orange. And it doesn't seem like there's any kind of lip or anything like that, so you're good.
I feel like I should be like at the peak up here. There's a peak up here, and it's so high up.
I don't think that one's any higher than this one, right? Because we're on the same level. No, I'm shooting right at you.
Can you stack the scaffolding?
I wish that'd be cool.
There's a mod. I would love to do that.
But the collector's edition of the Tears of the Kingdom dropped on Best Buy, and like within minutes it was gone.
Yeah.
And I tried to get it, and I could not get it, and I was very bummed out about that. And oh, that looks so cool! I like that a lot.
Oh, let me look at Sergio's picture.
It's in context right now. And then they announced
Oh, that is
Look at that
cool.
dude.
they announced an amiibo as well for Tears of the Kingdom, and that also dropped on Best Buy today, and I was able to pick that up. So I was able to get the amiibo, but not the collector's edition. So I guess I have to wait for it to drop on like Amazon or something. I don't want to buy it from Walmart.
Look at that scared little guy.
Mario.
Sorto does make a good point. He says, my main problem with it is that named weapons should not break.
I mean,
And that's
there's
how
only
you are,
one
Logan,
named
with
weapon.
weapons.
There's only one named weapon, and it doesn't technically break. It just loses charge.
I don't think
the
he
way,
means
like-
just Breath of Wild. He's talking about in general weapon.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Systems.
That's what made me
Named
think of
weapons should
Yakuza.
not. Now, technically, in Yakuza, you can recharge all of them.
I can, but
It's a, kind of a bitch,
even
but-
like that, what is it? Something, whatever the demon sword thing I have. The thing that
Yep.
was like super weak, and then I got it repaired, and now it's super strong. I only have 30 slashes in that, and
That
then
was the last game that we had that weapon. The one that you continuously, like, the point was to use it up and then charge it,
Yeah.
and use it up and charge it. Yeah, and it was supposed to get real fucking powerful.
and like you can only do that like 100 slashes at a time or something like that.
Yeah,
And when
the
you
demon blade. Thank you.
when
Quentin.
you have to use weapons, you're just watching that counter go down. And it's like I only have a short amount of time before this boss fight takes way longer.
Did Meg get you that, Luigi? That's
That's
nice.
I think that's what she
nice-
said.
Nicely
Yeah,
done, Meg.
the statue
Okay.
that she got him.
Friendly reminder to those who celebrate and want to participate. Heads up, Valentine's Day is on the coming.
I also talked a little bit about it after the presents yesterday,
Okay, got it.
but I have some predictions about what's going to happen next in
You mean
Nintendo
the-
World.
The prediction yesterday?
Prediction yesterday.
I thought you said yesterday. I'm sorry. I was like, I was gonna make fun of you because I was like, it was today.
Did I say yesterday? If I did, I didn't mean to.
I don't know. I'm tired.
Well, so I have a prediction about what's going to happen next as far as Nintendo goes. Because they didn't announce a single thing about Pokemon. But that's because Pokemon Day is coming up on the 27th. So they're saving all of their Pokemon announcements for that.
Okay. Do you have predictions about Pokemon?
I do. Since they
All right,
just
hit me with it.
since they just launched Game Boy and Game Boy Advance stuff, I think on Pokemon Day they're going to announce that they're going to put all of the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance versions of Pokemon on NSO. Because
That's
they've already
a fucking lot.
it's 6 Game Boy games and 5 Game Boy Advance games.
That's a lot for them to do.
I think that's probably what's going to happen. And what I also think is there was a game called Pokemon Stadium for Nintendo 64, and it came with a transfer pack that you could plug your Game Boy cartridge into. So if you had Pokemon in Pokemon Red or Blue, you could play with them in Pokemon Stadium. And they've already announced that Pokemon Stadium is going to come to NSO, the Nintendo 64.
Okay.
So what I predict that they're going to do is they're going to institute a way to transfer over Pokemon from the NSO version of Red and Blue into Pokemon Stadium.
Hmm.
And,
Okay, yeah.
They've
See
gone
that.
like out of their way, like in all of the Pokemon Stadium footage, to say you can't transfer Pokemon from the mainline games into this. But at this point, Red and Blue are not mainline games; they're like extra stuff.
What would you
So-
consider a mainline game then?
Right now, Sword, Shield, Scarlet, Violet.
Gotcha.
So it's a prediction, but it seems feasible because this is not outside of the realm of stuff they've done before. Now, I also came up with a I want this to happen, but it's probably not going to happen.
Okay.
And that's I want them to do a HD remaster or like a re-release or like a remake of the GameCube versions of Pokemon Colosseum, not Colosseum, yes, Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness, which were these Game Boy or GameCube Pokemon games that were kind of like side games, but they were also kind of like main games. But they
Whoop!
connected to the Game Boy Advance Pokemon games. And I think it would be cool if they remade those games. Uh, bring back Ranger. I think they are bringing back Ranger. Didn't they announce Ranger was coming back? Oh no, wait, that was Mystery Dungeon they're bringing back. But
There's
I think it
so
would be
many things
cool.
that I'm completely ignorant about that you're talking about tonight.
I think it would be cool if they redid a remaster of Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness and let them communicate with the Game Boy Advance NSO titles. If they go there. I don't know if they're going to go there. These are all predictions. But it would be cool if it was true.
And then they got to integrate them with Pokemon Home and Pokemon Sleep and Pokemon Smile and
Basketball
You joke, but if they do this, they're going to integrate Pokemon Home.
I know.
And I kind of wish they would at least say that Pokemon Home's not a thing anymore. Or Home. Sleep. I wish they would at least say, oh, we're not doing Sleep anymore. We've decided not to do that.
We've officially abandoned it.
And you know they have. They haven't talked about it in like 4 years now.
Yeah. I'll never forget about it.
It lives on in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to make like this puck.
As a person who loves dumb products, that's the dumbest.
They were going to make this puck that you like put on your bed somewhere while you were sleeping, and it read your like sleeping data, and somehow that connected to Pokemon.
Oh my god, that sounds so stupid.
It was an app you downloaded on your phone, and you bought the puck, and then the puck read your sleeping data, and then there was some sort of Pokemon integration, and I don't understand how it worked.
So if you had restless leg syndrome, you could count your steps in your sleep.
I think you could also. I think they also said that you could use the puck as a Pokemon Go.
Pedometer.
Yeah, pedometer thing.
Well, Quentin has retracted my gamer card. I have to give it back to him. Not a gamer. Don't know all these Pokemon things, so I'm out.
All right, Shelly.
That's
I
it, guys. I'm never going to show up again.
I don't expect. I don't expect most people to know about most of the shit I know about Pokemon.
You do have a lot of knowledge. So what about Pokemon other mixes? I'll miss you, Shelby. Well, at least someone's going to miss me. I appreciate you missing me, Meg. Maybe I'll come back one day. So what about games coming out this year? They're not, retro games being re-released and stuff
Pikmin
like that.
4. Shelby,
No
Pikmin 4.
fucking way!
Yeah,
That was like the first thing they showed, right?
Yeah, it was the first thing they showed, and they announced it forever ago, but they didn't show anything. Well, they showed stuff, and it looks really cool.
When's it coming?
I
When's it
think
coming?
July 25th, if
Oh,
I
okay.
recall correctly.
All right, cool. Something I can play this year then.
Did you ever get Pikmin 3? Because you said you wanted to.
No, I just lived vicariously through you. It's so expensive when it comes to Pokemon Nintendo products and games.
Right.
I'm just like, oh, I got to have fun with it with Logan. It's fine. I'll take it.
Well, I'm 100% getting Pikmin, and I'm definitely going to want to play it on stream. They got new captains. They've announced a new Pikmin type.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's ice Pikmin. They can like jump in the water and they freeze the whole body of water, so you can like walk your Pikmin safely across the top of it.
That's pretty neat. This is way too close.
But the coolest thing about it is that there's a new buddy that's not a Pikmin. It's like a critter, but he's a dog.
Oh, well, that's right up your alley. Are you kidding?
Yeah, my favorite part about Pikmin is dog.
Yeah. That's the only thing that matters about Pikmin. Got myself stuck. There we go.
But if you have a bunch of Pikmin with you and it can swim on top of the water and the Pikmin can all ride on them.
Oh, that's cute.
Is it like an aphid? No, it's like the size of a Bulborb. It's a big guy. It's not a little guy.
Any other new games coming out this year that maybe I'd be interested in?
A bunch of
In-
JRPGs that I half paid attention to,
Hmm.
and but they had a like, I don't remember what it was called, but it was like a Final Fantasy Animal Crossing looking thing. That at first I was like, yeah, okay, but then when the more they showed about it, I was like, oh, this actually looks
Fantasy Island,
yes, Fantasy Island.
something
You
like
say
that.
Animal Crossing thing? Like, do you mean it's like Animal Crossing, or it
Yes.
is a cross between like a
It is
DLC?
like Animal Crossing.
Oh, okay.
It is not. It is not related to Raymond and KK and all those little guys.
I was gonna say I thought they were done with Animal Crossing. I thought they'd announced like, hey, no, we're done. We're not doing anything else with that.
Yeah, they have. But Animal
Yeah.
Crossing is done.
Oh, I saw it come through. I spent my day cleaning. Had so many cleaning products. I saw Sergio said that he has finished Horizon. Did you
Oh,
cry?
wow.
You probably didn't cry. I mean, I cried. Or that crook Tom Nook.
Who?
From Animal Crossing.
I don't know any crooks named Tom Nook. I know the gracious capitalist landlord who charges you 0 interest and lets you pay back at your own pace.
Meg says she's taking
But-
Luigi back. Oh, sorry, Sergio.
I mean, he is a capitalist. I'll give you that. But 0 interest, pay back at your own pace. As far as capitalist goes, he seems like a pretty good one.
I mean, I wish I could get that deal in my house. That'd be pretty fucking sweet.
I
You
don't
can
even
only
think
do
she
that when
agrees with you,
Dee's
Sergio.
around.
I don't think she even agrees with you, Sergio, or she doesn't even know what it means. I think she only does it because she knows that she's wrong.
So, are they doing any backtracking to Pokemon? Are they doing any Pokemon release games this year?
We won't know. They're not going to do any new games, probably. They're probably going to do some DLC for Scarlet and Violet.
Okay,
But
yeah,
we are
talked
going to hear
at
about
one
that
point.
on Pokemon Day.
Okay.
Sergio, were you as confused as we were when you saw special thanks to Hideo Kojima in the credits?
Sergio says, I did not cry. I was kind of joking. I didn't expect you to. Only I immediately cry. I was a bit disappointed that there's a hook for the third game, but I mean, more Horizon is good. But don't be disappointed. I mean, granted, there was going to be a hook. I honestly kind of thought the hook would have been in the DLC, but maybe they weren't sure the DLC was going to pan out, so... But I'm
Yeah,
excited. I'm just going to say
I
I'm
understand
years.
why they said special thanks to him, because the Gorilla guys and Kojima are good friends. It was
You
just I
Clay
made a joke about it,
it.
and then I kind of half expecting it because I know that Kojima worked with them on the Decima engine, so I was like, I know they know each other. He has several pictures of him visiting their office, them visiting his office. Like, they are
Tall
clearly...
necks are in Death Stranding.
Exactly, yeah.
It was just how it planned out on the stream that it was a
Right.
joke, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh my god,
Bang.
he's actually fucking there. What the hell? So that's funny. Quentin says, what if they put it in the VR game? I don't think that they would do that because I think that they do somewhat acknowledge. I don't think, PlayStation, but I think Gorilla acknowledges that not everyone, a large portion of people that play Horizon are not going to actually get to play that VR game.
Keep falling off this little ledge.
That buy-in is just too much. The cost of entry to play that game is so fucking high. Bit sad that Alva already has a girlfriend, but that last convo between her and Aloy has not so subtle hints that Aloy was a little sad that she was taken. Yeah. I was always kind of worried about what's his name. Oh god, I can't remember his name. The drunk hooligan, always
no.
trying to move in on Aloy. I'm just like, no, No, stop it. No, stop it. Yes, Aaron. I wanted my boy with no arm. I wanted him. I wanted him to be my dating sim guy.
Who was the guy who like discovered metal and kept listening to metal in like the
Aaron.
common area?
Aaron.
I always thought that was really funny.
He's a handful, that's for damn sure.
I wish I watched more of that game.
Of course. Gatalo. Yeah, I did. I got to type. It's so you, Shelby. I got to type. I don't know what to tell you. And I hated him. I hated him so much during the beginning of like the stream when we first come into him. I was like, "Oh, he is such an asshole. This guy, fuck you!" Like I was cussing him out, and then later I was like, "All right, cool. We've come to a resolution in our disagreements. All right, fine, you can hang with us." Man, I'm just getting a lot of dings in my ear. You must be cleaning an area with multiple stuff.
It's an area that I had cleaned like a wide area of it, and now it's all kind of fallen in.
Gotcha.
I think I got most of this. Wait, what's this? Wait. Large window. There we go. Buttress. I have to clean that. It has butt in the name.
Hell yeah.
Careful when you power wash your buttress.
Yeah. Careful when you use your tushy.
I put that thing on full blast. I don't know what you're talking about.
Man, I don't know how you do that.
Gotta get it clean. At all costs.
Just saying. That thing has got some power behind it.
Yeah, it does. I've gotten to the part where I hate pooping not at home now.
I mean, I've always been like that. That's never been a...
Well, like, I've always never really liked it that much, but now it's just like, this paper isn't cutting it.
God, Clayton hates this conversation. No, rotate the other way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Great.
Clayton hates that my ass is sparkling clean at all times.
Sergio says, I'm now going through the Order 1886, which is a PS4 early title that is like a little over 7-ish hours to beat because spending so much time with Horizon has me going, maybe I should beat some shorter games for a bit before jumping into another long game like The Last of Us 2.
The Order is a funny game for Shelby specifically because when she first saw it, she was like, "Oh, that looks so cool. You have a PS4 now. You've got to get that."
Curious, I don't remember this conversation. What did I say?
She found out it has werewolves in it, and she was like, "No, I don't want to play that anymore."
I think I kind of remember that game, and I think that they were just kind of weird looking. Like
Yes,
it was too disturbing for me.
You were all about the clothing and the kind of steampunkish setting, where you wanted to know more about the story, and then when you're like, "Oh, it's just like a werewolf game," that's not what I wanted.
Not Team Jacob? Makes us clearly not. No, definitely not Team Jacob. Sorry. Although, one scene, Team Jacob. There is that one scene where he rips his shirt off that we're all Team Jacob, and then we're, okay, back to
He wants
Team
to
Edward.
fuck a baby. I'm not Team Jacob at all.
Oh my god. You can't say that. You've not seen any of the Twilight game
He wants
movie.
to fuck a baby. Everybody knows that, and it's gross.
Oh my god, that is so not what happens. It's not much better than what does happen, but still, come on, some context, please.
That is the context. He saw that baby and went, "Ooh."
Anyway,
baby.
Sergio says it had such hype around it that it came out and it was super generic, over-the-shoulder cover shooter, and people were like, "Oh man, you wasted all this potential."
I don't think I've ever even heard of this.
It was like the centerpiece of the PS4's Knack and The Order.
I heard of Knack.
Yeah.
That was Donkey's Game of the Year for many years. That and Super Mario Brothers 2.
One of those
So-
makes sense.
The comment you made, Sergio, made me remember a conversation I had with someone the other day. So I met someone for the first time, and they were talking about, oh yeah, like we're super into sports around here, and I'm like, I hate to tell you, I'm not into sports. And she's like, oh, well, what do you like? And I'm like, video games. And she was
I'm
like,
super into making fun of people that are super into sports.
I was like, video games. She's like, oh wow. And I'm like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I literally asked her that, and she goes, "Oh, well, we just don't have anyone like that around here." Well, what are you playing? I'm like, "Oh God,
We're
I'm like,
not having this conversation.
I play
Tetris.
a lot of
Tell 'em
things.
Tetris.
I play on PC,
Just say Candy
PS,
Crush.
Candy Crush,
Xbox,
yep.
and
Yeah.
that's the thing. Anytime a non-gamer hears that you play video games, it's like, "Oh, what are you playing?" It's like, I know what you want me to say. You want me to say I play Fortnite, I play Minecraft, and I play Call of Duty. Those are the things that you want me to say. I play. I play I play cooking sims, puzzle games, PowerWash simulator, like all these things that you're gonna have no fucking clue about. So
Pokemon.
let's
You
just.
play Pokemon.
I play Pokemon. They might know Pokemon. So, Sergio, I mean, you should play Minecraft Dungeons. It's fun. Oh, I don't know about that. Me and Minecraft, if I'm not in God mode, I tend to die a lot. Remember?
Hey, you beat Minecraft.
I did, only with all y'all's help.
You were there. It counts.
That counts. Just mention the pig physics next time. Oh, I didn't want to scare these people from liking me.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I play this game called Ranch Sim. Oh, it's got the friggin' pig physics in it, but I love it.
Man, and you have to slaughter them pigs and serve up some pork. It's a whole thing. Like, this girl crazy as hell. I'm moving in on your side. Where you at? There you are.
I'm around.
Meg says, I hate Minecraft, but Minecraft Dungeons is good. Sergio says, Minecraft Dungeons isn't really Minecraft, though, Shelby. It's Diablo, but Minecraft.
I'm kind of over playing Minecraft by myself, but I really like playing it with friends.
Oh, I could not play Minecraft by myself. Nope. No. There's a lot of games out there that I don't want to play by myself.
Like Halo Infinite?
There's a handful of
Oh,
games she doesn't
hell
want to
yeah.
play with anybody else either.
Exactly. Don't mess with my records. And cooks are delicious. Perfect. It's also included in Game Pass. Nice. I'm always down for games included in Game Pass. Also, I just saw before stream started that the JoJo game is included in Game Pass. I told Clay, but he said no because they're spoilers.
Yeah, I can't play it yet.
I don't even know after the spoilers are done if there would really be a game that you would enjoy, to be honest.
What do you
I
mean?
mean, it's just a fighting game.
I was. Does it have any like actual involvement with JoJo? You know.
Like, as with most fighting games, there is a story mode that will take you through. Like Dragon Ball Fighters, you go through the story of Dragon Ball Z,
Oh, shock.
and like Street Fighter has a campaign mode, and I'm sure Guilty Gear has an absolutely impenetrable campaign or story mode.
What about Blaze Blue?
Blade Blue it has to be again insane. I
What-
love watching those games because they are absolutely. It's just graphics yard sale. Everything is all over the screen. There's just words. There's the announcer talks over himself, so you'll hear like special attacks, and then the announcer will do the call outs while the thing is still playing out. So you've got like 4 different sound effects playing over each other. God, it's like if Mugen actually got released as a product.
Sergio says, unfortunately for that game, Clay, you kind of have to be okay with the spoilers for it because the game includes the stuff after Stone Ocean, which are manga only. The stories
Yeah.
in both of the games are bonkers and absolutely hard AF to follow.
Yeah,
Whoop!
and that's the
I
thing.
missed my
Like, I'm not a fighting game guy. Maybe if I was a fighting game guy, I would be more tempted to say, all right, well, I'm gonna get things spoiled for me. I'm gonna see attacks before their time. I'm gonna see, you know, conversations that haven't happened yet. But I'm not super into fighting games, so I'm not. I don't feel like I'm missing out on much. Although, if I do see things, it's not like I'd be able to figure out what they were trying to tell me, but because like seeing Dio hit somebody with a steamroller doesn't really spoil anything.
Well,
It's
you know he
just,
has a steamroller.
it's confusing until you actually see the context of why he has a steamroller in the fighting game.
You know, I have seen like it was a 2D pixel art originally that I saw in like 2003. That was the first time I'd ever seen the steamroller thing,
Uh-huh.
where a guy in yellow pants crushes somebody with a steamroller and goes rye, like
You should-
WRYYYY.
Rye bread.
And
He's supposed to say Rora Rora, which is a play on words that sounds like roller roller.
but I saw that years ago, and it wasn't until like after I already started watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure that I realized that that was Dio.
Yeah. When I was breaking out the podcast into its own feed, I was leveling the audio for the old uploads because when I was first editing those, I wasn't as good at normalizing the audio. So I was like, I want to make these a little bit better if I can, remaster them if you will.
Carpe Boredom Remastered Edition.
Right, CVHD. But when I was listening to the opening moments of the first one, I was like, all right, Brandon, like, all I know is there's a guy. All I know is there's a guy in a trench coat and he has like chains on his collar and he's in a jail cell. He's like, we're not even close to that. That's so far in the future. You're not going to see that for a long time. I was like, really? I thought that was like the first episode. He's like, it is, but it's not the first episode of the thing we're watching. And I was like, what are you talking about?
I remember when Brandon talked me into watching that show, I texted him right after I watched like the first few episodes, and I was like, "Hey, I thought this was a show about invisible monsters punching each other.
Exactly.
I didn't know this was about like vampires, zombies, and revenge." And he goes, "Oh, you'll get there."
There we go. Fucking wall, man.
I think Tom commented on the title of our podcast, "Help Me Understand." And he was like, "So why is it called Help Me Understand?" And I had to tell, I was like, "Okay, I don't know why it's called Help Me Understand, but I know in the show eventually there's something called a stand, and so eventually it'll make sense."
Manor wall. There's one manor wall. Oh, did you find
It's
it?
over here. It's over here somewhere.
How dare I? Shouldn't it be flashing? There we go.
We're done.
Sergio says, I love the realization of folks getting into JoJo and realizing there won't be stands for 3 seasons.
Yeah.
You're pushing me, aren't you?
I missed the spot.
You're power washing me. Yeah, $400. I'll take that. Now we get to do Laura Croft's obstacle course and quad bike.
It's great to hear the progression from Clay not understanding anything and now being a stand expert, basically. I still get confused on a lot of stuff, and I have to bounce it off of Brandon to go, hey, I thought this happened, or didn't this guy say this? And he's like, he did, but here's why he said that.
Sergio says, just you wait. You made it into Logan. Okay, good. I'm going to start from the other end.
Okay, are we just cleaning these? Whatever these are.
Oh, God. Yeah. There's
even
a
know what
lot
this
more
is.
than I was expecting. It's her obstacle course.
Stone Ocean has
Oh.
some confusing stands.
So at what point, the tiny little dirt bike, at what point are we at where Brandon has not even seen it? I know that's
When
coming
we-
up
when-
soon.
When they
So-
finish this current season, they will have watched everything Brandon's already seen.
So Brandon actually talks about. I don't remember if we talked about it on the podcast or after it. We were talking about how pretty soon we will be watching them together for the first time. And I said, well, the premise of the show is that I'm watching it for the first time, and you're supposed to know more about it than I do. So if you want to watch them ahead of time, so that you can be like a source of knowledge the way you have been the whole way through, then that wouldn't break the continuity of the show.
It's a good point.
Because I'm like, he and his friends watch it like a lot more than I. They are more invested in it, I guess I
They
should
get
say.
in like group calls and watch it all together.
Exactly. Like they have an investment in the franchise, whereas like I'm watching it because I have a show to make and I enjoy it, but it's not a thing that I do to pass the time. Like I only watch that show when it's time to watch that show.
Yes, but at the same time, it was your idea to do that show and for
Huh?
that podcast and that show. So you're definitely
Yeah.
interested in it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not nearly as interested in it now as I was the first two seasons. Those will always be the halcyon days of JoJo for me. Never shall we return, but hey, a man can dream.
No dreaming on the clock.
Dream on.
Mm.
Tiny ass little bike.
There's like these wooden slats with like a frame underneath of it. Oh, there we go. I don't need to get every bit of it. I just need to get the majority of it.
Sergio says yes. Technically, I'm the stone ocean expert.
I think at this point, Sergio has seen more of it than anybody.
Yeah. Man, these vehicles can be such a bitch.
I want to see the dirt bike. I'm not gonna come clean them. I just want to look at them.
No, you
It's
can
a-
come look at it. I
It's
mean,
a quad.
oh, I'm saying it right. Technically, I said it's been just saying bike.
But yeah, but it's when like Logan was thinking it's a two-wheeled dirt bike.
Oh no,
Wee.
trying to figure out if there's anything on it that I've missed. I got something else just now. I think I'm gonna look at the list.
I mean, there are parts of it that are still showing, but I'm not seeing them light up.
Something called the quad bike fairing. Front cover.
Yes,
Just
the early
those
days
two.
help me understand. It was just Clay, Jonathan, Joseph, Brandon, and that one kid whose whole family is only based on being related to him. Oh, and Speedwagon. Yeah, Poco and Poco's sister, Poco's mailman, Poco's next door neighbor.
I think I got the bike.
Wasn't there a game for the PlayStation Portable called Poco Loco?
Uh, if that's not the name, it's very similar to that.
It's got these cute little blobby guys that
Yeah,
kind of
I
form
think
together,
you're right. I think it's called
And
Poco
you-
Loco.
and you rotate the level around.
You sure there's a restaurant very similar to that name here that does tacos? Can't remember what it is though.
Yes, Poco Loco. It is also on the Vita, and that's the one that I played. Was Poco Loco Cocorecho?
I played the first one on the PlayStation Plus. I rented it from GameFly,
Mm.
and I really liked it.
Oh, that takes me back. Never participated in GameFly, but myself. But damn.
I did a little bit. I bought a few games from GameFly.
I bought a lot of games from GameFly. I kind of used GameFly longer than I should have. I eventually ended up using it as not to rent games, but to buy games at a cheaper price.
Yeah.
Because you could put games on your GameFly list that were brand new, and if it was like the only game on your list, they would like anytime it became available, they would just send it to you.
Right.
So I would put like one new game that was going to be released soon on my list, and then when it showed up, I would just purchase it, and then
Right.
they'd send me the case.
Yep.
And they'd sell it to me for a used game price as well as a 20% discount because
Oh,
I had
jeez.
been a GameFly member for over 2 years.
So it really
Yeah.
did end up being cheaper to do it that way than anything else.
It did, but I was not really, probably because I was also paying the GameFly subscription.
Yeah.
So it probably wasn't cheaper, but I tricked myself into thinking it was.
Do we have any ladders or any equipment that you know of in this
Yeah,
level?
there's some down here. If
Okay.
you don't have to go up to them to pick it up, if you just come around the corner and look at them all the way down here, you can pick them up from there.
Got it. Thank you.
Oh, I don't even know where you are
Oh, fuck.
because there's more ladders down here.
Ah, okay.
I think it's cool that when you pick up a ladder, I can see all the placement spots.
Oh, does it do that?
Yeah, watch this. Look at where the placement spots are.
Ha! Sure does. That's pretty cool. So when are we going to start a podcast all about K-dramas?
Who are you gonna do it with?
Okay,
Sergio's
I guess
mom?
Nobody. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that'd be great. There's like a million of that already out there, though. I'm just teasing. So not the base of people that we talk to. Sergio says, no, Shelby. Are you saying no because you don't think I should do it, or are you saying no because you don't want me to involve your mom? I would have to teach my mom how to use a mic, Audacity, Discord, etc.
I really hope my mom's not watching right now. But Sergio, if I can teach my mom how to use Discord, anybody can teach their mom how to use Discord.
A Chromecast.
Yeah.
I'm still
You've done
showing her how to do the same shit on Chromecast.
Oh, I didn't talk about this. Okay, I'm going to be broad, Clay, but still tell my story. So don't worry. I'm
Look at
aware
this
of
broad.
how broad I need to be. So my aunt and grandma were together the other day in my grandmother's house, and so my grandmother has an Alexa, and they said that it kept going off with all these alarms, with all these storm warnings. And like, what is going on? Why are we getting all these like tornado alerts and all this stuff? It's like sunny outside. And so finally, while they were listening to one of these alerts go off, they heard the word Houston. And they were like, what the actual fuck is going on? Somehow, my grandmother's Alexa system has been set to Houston, Texas. So she has been getting weather for Houston, Texas, and the time for Houston, Texas, whenever she asks her Alexa for an unknown amount of time. I've never, ever touched her Alexa. I've never set up anything with her Alexa. Nothing like that. I have no idea how in the hell it got set up that way. But my aunt was saying, yeah, your grandmother kept talking about, oh, it's cold outside. Alexa says it's cold. And she'd be like, no, it's not. It's like 70 degrees. What is she talking about? Because it was giving them the information for here.
That's really funny.
And I'm like, you've been operating on Central Time all of this time? No wonder things would be offset whenever you're trying to get things done. Good God.
That's really funny.
I don't think they've fixed it yet, so I'm going to have to fix it at some point. I don't know how. I don't have an Alexa, and I swear to God, I've never touched that damn thing before. Sergio says,
like
dude,
that
my
story a
mom's
lot.
not tech illiterate, but I just don't want that tech pain.
Listen,
understands.
it's a thing that every son has to go through in the year 2023.
Or
you have to,
every granddaughter.
or every granddaughter, where you have to teach your semi-tech competent parents how to use something complicated like Discord.
I have to teach my aunt how to turn on my grandmother's cell phone to speaker because she uses an iPhone and my grandmother uses a Samsung. And I'm like, it's a fucking speaker button. It's easy. I don't know where the complication is.
Yes, Logan, but my brother is the IT professional, not me, so he can do it. Well, there you go. Your job is over. So when is your mom and Shelby doing this K-drama podcast?
Clayton's not editing that. Not a fucking chance. Clayton, no, done. Nope, I'm out. I had to do it for 7 years until I moved out. Yeah. That's why Clayton hates going to family events because if it's like, oh, Clayton's showing up. Oh, well, he can fix. And there's just like this long list of every problem that's tech related in the house. Like, oh, the router's not working. Oh, okay. Well, then you should have fixed it yourself while it's not been working for the past 2 weeks.
It would be even worse now that they know I'm into actually working on cars. Because I'd spend half the day fixing their tech. And then somebody would go, yeah, my car makes a weird noise. Can you come look at it?
When
Yeah.
was the last time you got an oil change? 4 years ago.
Like, hey, can you change the spark plugs? Absolutely not. Can you do an oil change? No. I get the same thing every time I go back to my mom's house. It's like, oh, Sergio, can you use your tool and go do this giant list of chores? Yeah, I just tell my grandmother now at this point whenever I have to go visit her, I'm just like, if I'm, coming in advance, like, hey, just write it down. Don't try to tell me now. Write it down on a piece of paper. Let me read it with you before I come. So if I need to bring tools, I can.
Jeez,
She
it kind of
has
makes me feel better that every
no
time I go to my
tools.
kind of makes me feel better that whenever I go to my parents' house, they just have like one thing for me to do.
That's because you're constantly there.
That's
You know?
true. I am there quite frequently.
Like, it's not like, when I go see my grandmother, it's like, 3 times a year. Also, it's atrocious. Like, I need a nail. I don't have any nails. What do you mean you don't have a nail? These simple things that I just expect people to have in their houses. Yeah, it's not always true. You have to stop making that assumption.
I don't have any nails.
You have no nails.
I have no nails.
No
I
nails.
have no screws, no bolts, no washers.
How do you put up pictures?
I don't. That's the neat part.
Command
I don't.
strips.
I call somebody on Fiverr.
Fiverr? Hey, can you come over to my house from Malaysia and put up a poster for me?
I meant to say TaskRabbit.
I was going to say, there's TaskRabbit.
I've never heard of TaskRabbit.
Yeah, it is
Oh,
exactly
yeah.
what you're talking about. Somebody comes to your house because they are good at whatever the
Man,
thing is.
I could have used that forever ago. I just recently got the screens on my back porch fixed.
Mhm.
They've been broken for years.
But TaskRabbit is like random ass people. It's not necessarily people that are insured
What's
so that if they
the-
break things, they're liable.
An-
It's just random ass people.
Angie's List is the contractor one, I think, right?
Yes.
I mean, I didn't need anybody insured. I just need somebody to put the freaking screens in because I couldn't do it. I'm not asking them to climb on my roof.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Sergio says all these tools you left here when you moved, you need to be used, Yeah. Logan, go to Habitat for Humanity Restore, which we have one of those near our
Yeah, we
nearest
do.
our house. I've never seen before. I honest to God thought it was going to be closed because nothing happened during pandemic. Grab one of their paper bags and buy a box of miscellaneous nails, screws, and etc. for basically nothing. So
That's
I've never
great.
been in that store. So they sell stuff like that there? It's just there. I've never actually. Maybe we should go in there. I'm kind of curious
we're
now,
gonna
Clay.
go in there. I'm getting some fasteners. Maybe they'll have a 15mm bolt that I need that I had to order on Amazon for $7.
Hey, Sergio, I'm going to regret this. I'm going to regret you telling him this. Yep.
And you're going to regret it even more.
Where is the bit on this?
It says I think it's just called Angie's now.
That's unreal. All right. I'm gonna have to go check this out.
I don't know where there is a Habitat for Humanity store anywhere near me. I'll look into it. It's probably one in Gainesville.
Like I said, until we moved here, I had never seen such before.
Logan's got a bolt guy.
He does. He's got that connection.
I got a bolt guy.
That
Your-
hardware store that you told us about.
Your nail
Oh
guy.
yeah, I do have a hardware store right up the road. Yeah, if I need a screw or a nail, I could just like go get it. I usually don't though.
Lightly used tools. I will say that stuff is not always new. That's fine. Tools get used, and if they're used properly, they'll continue to work. I don't need a hammer that has never been swung. I don't need, a chisel that has never been under impact. Or complete sets. Yeah, that's fine. I have plenty of incomplete sets. I have additional
Curious if
sockets. I have so many
Lizards?
standard. Yeah, I have so many standard sockets that aren't part of a set. Like I just have the regular sizes, and they'll just have like another 5/16. I was like, all right, I guess I'll just sit this one off to the side.
Also, maybe this is a place we can donate some stuff if we need to donate stuff, and maybe find some stuff for some projects that I could
That's the other
repurpose
thing, yeah.
and paint.
Maybe I can give them. So I have a set of screwdrivers, and then I got another of the same set. So I have 2 of almost all of my screwdrivers. I could probably give them the duplicates.
These slats suck. Only reason I know about the store was because Victoria turned me on to the one near her old place in UCF area way back when I was looking for a couch for my room at my mom's house place.
Funky glassware, you say?
Oh, so when me
shreds,
and
you
Meg
say?
moved up, I found one near us and we used it for nails and stuff. Plus, I got some funky glassware. I have a problem.
She does.
I have a big problem. I break glasses. I don't know what it is about these hands.
These
They
powerful
just
hands, shattering glasses in my hands.
no, I actually lose power, and I drop glasses like all the time.
You did
It's like that-
You did explode a pane of tempered glass when we moved in, though.
I did
It's like
that too.
when
That was
Goku
not
and
my fault.
Gohan stayed Super Saiyan for a really long time,
Uh-huh,
and they
yeah.
couldn't hold glasses in their hands because they were
Yep.
too strong. So they would just explode in their hands. That's Shelby.
That's you. That's what you look like.
So, needless to say, I basically stopped using glassware except for I have every day. There's certain times I drink 8 ounces of water. I do tend to use a glass for that, but other than that, I just use insulated metal glasses, cups now that are not probably. You could probably break them. I mean, it's me. I could probably break
You
anything.
could dent them.
Yeah, but
I still love
gonna
that
crack.
insulated cup that you got me for Christmas that year. I love
Yeah.
that cup.
Is that the
I'm
CB
using
one?
it right now, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're real good.
yeah.
The Arctic ones.
Is that all the box?
You know what
No.
cup that you have that I really like?
What's that?
I really like those cups that you have that are like, it's like blue and green, and they got like 3 segments that are like bulbed out.
Oh, the green ones. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
have
I like
no
those
idea what
cups.
cups he's
Plastic
talking
ones, yep.
about.
Yeah, they are
Those-
lime green.
Those are
Oh,
good cups.
those ones?
Yeah.
Those I got at a graduation party when I graduated from high school to take those with me to my college dorm.
Those are good cups.
They had plastic bowls that went with them that, needless to say, did not make it as
Holy
long
crap! I
because,
forgot about those bowls.
microwaving those over years melted those motherfuckers.
It was either the microwave or the dishwasher, and just I put a bowl in and I take a
And you-
wad of plastic out.
All I know is
Yeah.
every time I go to your house and I take a glass of water to bed, I go for one of those cups.
Yeah, they're
There
nice.
you go. All right, I can give you them. I don't like 'em.
I used those for shakers because I had another cup that I would fill with chocolate milk, and I would put one of those cups over top of it.
yeah, you did do that.
And because those cups are bigger than the one that I poured, it would make room for the additional foam and the shaken up milk.
Oh, I thought you were twisting rebar into monster cups that were basically indestructible.
Oh, those cups. I remember those cups. Yeah, but see, here's also the problem. Now I have to have cups with lids. Because again,
You spill?
I'd lose grip and I just drop things all
I
the
thought you
time
were going
now.
to say to keep the cats out of them.
That too. I've just given up.
Yeah,
If
the
I
cats, yeah.
if I don't immediately drink my 8 ounces of water from my glass, if I try to put it on the side table to like step away and do anything, I come back and there's a cat with face in the glass drinking my water, and I'm like, okay, well I'm glad you're staying hydrated. Guess that's not my water anymore. I just give up. There's just
It
some
is
things
very
you give
clean
up after
water.
7 cats. And it's nice and
Every
cold.
ti-
I don't know why they enjoy
Yeah.
that.
Lewis is always trying to stick his face in my drink. And I'm always like, hey, no.
How dare you
You
say no
have
to your animal?
you
How
have your
dare!
own water, mister.
I need to know, how do I get up higher?
Oh, also, while we were watching the Nintendo Presents earlier, there was one part where one of the characters on the screen said, "Tell me why," and then I started singing Backstreet Boys.
No. Okay, it's good. I like it. I need to. Okay. Ha! Ha! I made it up here. I don't know how I made it up here, but I made it up here.
Pure skill.
It was just randomly jumping.
Like I said, it wasn't random. It was skill.
Sure. Give myself that much credit. You ever play Mowing Simulator, Logan?
No, it doesn't look like very much fun.
I'll be honest with you. I tried it, and I found it loud. Just annoyingly loud to me.
Like real mowing.
Like real mowing, but when I real mow, I put both of my earbuds in, and thank God for the technology that exists when it comes to noise canceling. It's great. I can barely hear the mower whenever I'm mowing now.
You just reminded me that I have to continue my project for all my Steam keys.
I was gonna say, are you gonna mow? Because I mean, kind of needs it, but you know.
Not a chance.
Oh, okay.
I will call somebody on Fiverr.
Great.
I got a guy to do that for me. I don't mow anymore. I hate it. Sucks. I want to do it.
I enjoy mowing. I am going to probably have to cave though, and gonna have to get a guy to come out and treat our lawn. It's just the way I'm gonna have to live. It just makes
I got
me
a bolt
sad.
guy. I got a lawn guy. I got a tree guy.
Logan's got a lot of guys. Got a lot of guys on hand.
If there's one thing I'm good at, it's gathering guys.
Let me do these parts too, I think. He's got a guy. He's
Got
got
a
a guy. Logan's got a guy to get him guys.
I do actually have a guy who gets me guys.
God.
He's a contractor. What do you mention, a guy? I do have a guy.
My guy?
Quentin says he's very good at paying guys for their services.
That's true. I ain't gonna do it. This thing ain't gonna service itself.
Try to do what I can, just because I'm a cheap, and because I find it interesting to learn about it and to do it.
Honestly, probably because you've been with me too long. And I'm convinced that with enough research, I can do things well enough. That's why my car's in a million pieces.
I've come to find out that when I try to do my own research and fix a thing myself, I 9 times out of 10 make it worse.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at reverse engineering stuff and actually putting things back together properly. It just takes me forever because I'm such a perfectionist, and I'm like, well, if I'm fixing this, I may as well fix that. Oh, and there's a better version of this, so why not convert it to that? And I'm just like, I just dial. So like when I bought my first computer, I had to buy it because every time I tried to build it, it ended up costing me like $4,000. And I was like, this is not a budget computer. Just like start out with the computer that you need for the games you want to play, but little bit by little bit, I was like, oh, a little bit more memory would be nice. Oh, a bigger hard drive would be nice. Well, what about a 10 series GPU instead of a 9 series GPU? I was just like, I can't do it. I don't know why, but I cannot. I am incapable of sticking to a design document.
You're good at it now, though.
No, I'm still terrible at it.
But I meant when building PCs.
Not really. That's why our vMix machine has a 20 series.
Well,
And it
that's
has
because you could.
128 gigs of RAM.
That was because you could. If I come to you and I say, hey, I want
Exactly.
$1,000 computer, you go, okay, well, this is what we're going to spend it on. You could make it happen if I told you that's what I wanted.
Yeah, I could have, but I'm just like, it's a personality flaw. The only way I know how to build things is to overbuild them. I've made my peace with that.
Clayton will be like, "Oh, we could make you a $1,000 PC, but what if it was a $5,000?"
You know, you're actually not wrong, Logan, because he'd probably be like, well, I decided to go ahead and buy you this anyways. And I'm like, that's out of budget. No, it's okay. I paid for it. It's not worth. You're right. That's exactly
You don't understand
what he
what
would
budget
fucking
means,
do.
idiot.
You just be like, well, I just went ahead and paid for it. I know you didn't want to spend the money, but I figured,
Right.
you deserve better. And it's like, no. Yeah. And I am not a perfectionist. I'm like, that works. That works. I'm doing a project right now in the house, and I'm doing it on my own so far. There will be, of course, a point where I turn to Clay and I'm like, hey, I need help doing this. And that's usually whenever he gets involved with it and helps me finish it out. But
I'll be
I'm
like,
also...
well, Shelby, today's your lucky day because Milwaukee just happens to make a tool for this exact purpose.
He's trying to make me buy a fucking tool for this job. I'll tell you guys what this is once I fucking finish it. And I'm just like, no, we don't need to buy a fucking tool to do this. That is complete waste of money.
Yeah, but if you ever need to do this specific thing again, you have the tool for it.
I will need to do it again, but I'm sure as hell ain't using that fucking tool for it. It's very... He just wants to go to the Home Depot and shop.
Do you like the new tools?
You do like the new tools. I'm trying. So I accidentally saw something on Instagram, which has now made me super fucking paranoid. Any homeowners out there, this is for you.
Hey,
I
I'm back.
saw a reel where someone tried to, in their wall in their living room, put a mount for a TV.
Oh yeah.
And when they did, they found the water piping. So they busted a pipe and water was just pouring out into their living room. Just pouring out. And it was like, that's a fucking thing? So now I want to upgrade our stud finder.
You definitely have water pipes too because you have upstairs plumbing.
Aha! Thankfully, we've never... we don't really drill into our walls. We do have our TV mounted in our bedroom, but the bedroom's upstairs, so we got lucky on that. But now that I know this is a thing to worry about, I'm super paranoid, and I want to get one of those expensive-ass stud finders that's like, we detect everything. So that's what his current job is supposed to be, is finding me a stud finder that's worthy of trusting. So, homeowners out there, another thing for you to worry about. And why you say you'll never be that? You can be a homeowner. Maybe just not in Florida. Because that shit's expensive as fuck. Or thermal imager. I mean, they have apparently, stud detectors that apparently detect metal and
Electricity, that's even worse than water because you could die.
yeah. This is super great, these little things I never thought of. This is okay, so maybe we should just go a projector and no TV next. I'm buying more and more into this decision of yours, Clay. Thank Instagram for making me paranoid.
Thanks, Instagram. Aw,
What?
Lewis crawled up on me.
He says it's snuggle time.
I think he wants to go to bed.
It's about to get chilly here again. I think, like
Yeah, it's
starting
gonna
tomorrow.
rain for the next 2 days, and then it's gonna get cold.
That'll be pretty nice. I'm all for cheaper electric bills right now. Man, these box corners suck.
I have never played a Tomb Raider game, so I'm wondering if this obstacle course is accurate to what it was in the game.
Clay, have you ever played a Tomb Raider game?
No.
I'm shocked. Shocked. Neither of y'all have played one. And says, thankfully, it's supposed to rain here on Saturday, and I'm not working. Hell yeah.
Oh, Greninja comes back this weekend.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So
Understood.
we should figure that out.
Understood. Oh. Gotta get the whole side of this.
When will be available all weekend.
Meg, don't forget. I know you were interested in getting it whenever it came back too. And we have to remember time zones are not based in our time zones.
I
Did
know.
we even tell that story on stream?
I don't think so. How we tried to catch Greninja 2 weeks ago,
Yeah, I don't think
and
we
then
did.
we missed it by like a couple minutes
Yeah.
because we didn't realize it ended at 7. I
7
know that's
hour time
Yeah,
because that's midnight in Japan.
Yeah, I know that Steve is not available on Sunday, but we don't want to do it on Sunday anyway.
No, because then we'll deal with the time issue again.
Yeah, because I know Steve's working the Super Bowl at Publix.
Ah, yeah, the Super Bowl's happening this weekend.
Oh, somebody just picked up a ladder.
Oh yeah, sorry. Me. Somebody, there's only me.
One of the bunch of people in this level picked up a ladder.
Nintendo needs to get with the correct time zone
We're
program.
legally required to call it the big game.
Oh God, is there
It-
really a problem with
we are
saying
not-
Super Bowl?
We are not a television production. We
Yeah.
can call it the Super Bowl.
But yeah, anyone like if they have not licensed the word Super Bowl from the NFL, you have to call it the big game.
It's like if
Fucking real.
It's like if we were a television show and we're like, oh, and like not advertising the actual Super Bowl, but like in the fiction of whatever show it is, they talk about the Super Bowl when it's not actually happening. That's like against the rules, apparently. I don't understand why it's advertising your stupid little game for free.
NFL, they got their problems. Oh, there's an underside of the box. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how Nintendo dare be wrong. I gotta know it's Quentin time. Whatever time zone Quentin's in is the time we have to go by.
I'm gonna write Nintendo a firmly worded tweet.
Fuck. I'm just remembering now, realizing all the ramifications of the fact that the Super Bowl's this weekend.
Yeah, I'm staying home.
Me fucking too. Please stay safe, people. Don't get on the road if you can
You know
avoid
what?
it.
I think I'll stay home too.
Oh, we were all concerned about that.
That's really big of you, Clayton.
Yeah. I'm
Solid-
pretty generous.
That's good. That's some solidarity with your friends, I think.
Yeah. That's what I'm all about.
Hence, you might want to go to that Habitat for Humanity restore place. You never know.
Show up and
My
knock
gosh.
on the door like, hey, let me see your nuts.
Don't think they'll appreciate that joke near as much as we do. Box. Box, okay.
What if you do say that? They go, only if you screw them, mister.
I'd
It's
be
a lady
real
with-
glad I wasn't present then.
It's a lady with like silk gloves and a long cigarette.
A long cigarette on a stick. Yes. This man walked in. He had a real pair of legs on him.
The whole store is in black and white.
And there's one guy with like a smooth saxophone playing.
Oh yeah, he is just laying it down on that sax.
I'm really curious if Logan's method for Pokemon catching is going to work again, though. Worked
What do
last
you
time.
mean? Oh, I think it is because I've seen lots of people talking about a very similar method to what we did. So I think if we just duplicate it but double up on Slowbros, it'll work perfect. So between Steve's Slowbro and my Slowbro, we got it.
Lobro Bros.
Slowbro Bros. Ew, he's drooling on me.
Oh, that reminds me. Last night, I had my own pet companion. Texas was on my pillow all fucking night. And she kept waking me up because she kept kicking me off. I sleep with one pillow now to kind of help, neck positioning. So I sleep just with one pillow, laid flat down on the bed. And she's like, oh, well, this is a perfect sleeping spot. And it's not a big pillow whenever it's a 10-pound cat and one human head trying to fight over space here. I
don't
just
know
kept
if you
getting
remember.
kicked in my head over and over all
You
night.
were very asleep, but when you picked up your head, she like dripped off of the pillow. She she spread herself out and sprawled out to where she was like pouring off the side of the pillow. And she's like, "Oh, this is great."
That's really cute.
Just took it to be such a freaking handful. It is adorable. Like, I can't say anything against it. She's going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep letting her do it.
Man, I wish I wasn't allergic to cats.
You could sleep with multiple around you, surrounded at night.
They're pretty all right.
Logan, I'm going to need you to work on not being allergic to cats because next time I rescue a cat, I'm going to need you to take them for me.
Bro,
Yeah, bro?
I don't think I could just stop being allergic. That's like saying, oh, you're lactose intolerant? Just tolerate it.
No, they have treatments that you can do. Like, you can build up a tolerance to it.
I just 360 no scope this whole thing.
Where's the... Oh.
I do like that meme though. Lactose intolerant? Just tolerate it. He puts on sunglasses.
These slats are a bitch.
Nobody that's lactose intolerant cares that they're lactose intolerant. That's very true. Everybody that I know who's lactose intolerant, it's just like, yeah, I'm lactose intolerant, but I'm not going to stop eating ice cream.
Exactly. Like, you're going to do what you're going to do. You're going to accept consequences and move on.
I'm going to take a Lactaid and do what I need to do. Bless
Oh, God.
Sound like you blew the soul out of you.
I did, which reminded me that the other day I was sitting in the living room and I just hear from Clayton's office Miko sneezing, and Clayton goes, "Oh God!" because Miko has sneezed right on him, and he's like, he just got so snot and spit on me when he sneezed. It was like a human sneeze. Oh, it was great to hear the immediate reaction from Clayton.
Every story I hear about Miko, I like him even more.
Oh, he's
He's
adorable.
a great guy.
He loves Clayton coming to visit Clayton in his office during work. He gets on Clayton's desk and sits where Clayton's supposed to have his lap, this keyboard, because then Clayton has to move the keyboard into his lap for him to be able to use.
Do you ever have a decoy keyboard?
No.
I've seen people use decoy keyboards, so when the cat shows up, they sit on the decoy keyboard so they can keep working.
That might work, and I do have a keyboard that doesn't work.
He might also just then go to the keyboard that you're trying to type on because he just wants to go where the hands are.
That's the thing. It's
He
the
wants
movement
to go
of my
where
hands
the scratches
that he
can
wants
be.
to smack at.
I like Miko. I like how I don't see him the entire time I come to visit you, but the second those little shrimpies come out.
He's all about the treats.
They go, well, I was hiding from you, but I noticed you had some shrimpies, so I am coming out.
Hey, remember when I hated you like 30 seconds later? Or 30 seconds ago? Well, now you're my best friend.
Couldn't help but notice that you smell an awful lot like dried fish and shrimp. I don't know if you know this about me, but that's one of my favorite sniffs.
We had to give him his bath the other day, and I kid you not, he hated us throughout the entire process. But whenever he got to get out and was being dried, I just left the treat bag open on the floor, and he was just shoving his big ass head into the tiny little treat bag and successfully getting them out and eating them. And just, I was like, all right, well, that's fine. It'll distract him. He won't be able to get him out. It'll take him a long time to get one out. And I was like, nope,
No,
he's getting it out so quickly. We gotta stop this from happening because he's gonna eat like 10 in a minute and throw them all up later. Sometimes they're too smart for their own good. Isn't there, I think at the end of the month, a Destiny 2 expansion coming out?
I don't know.
Are you playing Destiny still, Logan, or did you get off the bandwagon for the latest season?
I did the pirate season, and then I stopped playing again.
Oh, okay. I was just curious. New season. That's Quentin.
Brandon highly encouraged me to play during the pirate season, and then he stopped encouraging me after I beat it.
Serge says, this season has been so good.
I usually watch the My Name is Bife videos about it, but I think he's on like vacation or something because he's not been talking about Destiny recently.
Everybody deserves a little vacay. Sergio says, it's not as good as last season, honestly. Well, maybe it's a good thing you played last season, but not this season, Logan.
I mean, I even got the Triumph, and I bought the pin, which I don't know when that's shipping. I don't know when that's shipping, but
never.
It looks really cool.
In a month. 2 months. Oh, so Clayton's company in December sent him a piece of paper, or sent him an email. It's like, hey, choose from one of these gift boxes what you would like for us to send you as a, holiday gift. And so we selected within the required time frame. It's like literally like you have 3 days. It was a pretty quick turnaround, honestly. And guess what I picked up in the mail the other day? The holiday gift in February arrived. I'm a little slow on the mailing part of that, guys. So who knows, Mo? Maybe you'll have one of those kind of situations, Logan.
I'm gonna like move out, and the new owner of the house is gonna be like, "Oh, this is that Logan guy's mail."
Oh, well, we're gonna steal his Destiny pin. Fuck that guy.
Dude, this nerd plays Destiny. Let's steal this and make fun of him behind his back.
Should have played Call of Duty. Did they specify which holiday? Yes. It was definitely supposed to be a Christmas holiday seasonal thing. Thankfully, we didn't get any of the food option ones. We got the bar, like the cocktail set, which just basically came with a shaker and a shot glass measurer. Oh, and a cool ass spoon. Clayton and I are very excited about the spoon. It's a long spoon. It's supposed to be like for a stir, and the handle is twisted. It looks really fucking cool. I washed it, by the way, Clay. So if you want to use it, you can.
Okay.
Hey, Clayton, I don't know if I talked to you about this, but do you have a peanut butter spoon?
I do. I was actually about to say the one that she is describing is a great replacement peanut butter spoon for the one that I currently have.
Because I've noticed that a lot of people who have really bad ADHD, including me, have a spoon that's different than the rest of the spoons that they use specifically for peanut butter.
Yes, I have precisely that.
I also have that.
I don't have ADHD, but I have ADD, and I definitely have a peanut butter spoon.
I just think it's interesting that that specific trait is a common thing amongst people like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
Shelby's done gone abandoned me during this project. I'm out here cleaning by myself, and she's out there playing with cats. Jeez.
Sister got her foot caught, her nail caught on something. I had to help rescue her.
She does that all the time.
Cats. I wish I had a cat.
Sister specifically gets her nails caught on things more than all of them.
Because she chews her fucking nails
It's
up
partly
so
because her nails grow so long, partly because she's kind of dumb.
Oh, she is my trouble child.
Like, she will try to unlatch her paws from something that she's been using to sharpen her claws, but she will wrench her fingers up, which is just making the claw dig deeper into it. I'm like, and then she's like trying to pull up. I'm like, no, put your hand flat and your claw will come out. And for whatever reason, she doesn't understand the words that I'm saying to her.
I don't know why.
I mean, you talk to her in English all day long. You'd think she'd pick it up eventually.
Yeah.
I think
So
she's
much-
doing it on purpose.
So much for this immersion training that I keep hearing all about.
I think she's being obstinate and contrary. I was called that once.
Okay. Churlish into mid.
Churlish? Churlish. And,
Man.
what's the next word?
I can't
We
remember.
have a thing for that.
It's churlish, yeah. Hang on. Sound.
Insubordinate.
Churlish.
Yeah.
Insubordinate and churlish. Insubordinate
That's
and
it.
churlish.
Yeah.
That's it. Insubordinate and churlish.
God, what a character.
That's such a great skit.
And you just know when whoever wrote that line was like, churlish? We're going to say the word churlish on TV. This is absolutely going to become a catchphrase.
Except that wasn't the one that became the catchphrase. Ron.
AA
did.
Ron, yeah, I guess.
You know the actor who played AA Ron in those skits is on TikTok, and I
I
follow
did
him.
not
He's
know that.
really funny, and every single time anybody replies to a TikTok he makes asking him if he's AA Ron, he is always like yes.
Yes, I am.
He goes out of his way to answer every single person who asks if he's AA
Great.
Ron.
Dedication.
Gotta stick with it. Damn. Are you on your 7th obstacle?
Yes.
7th obstacle? Damn. You are fast.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and 7's kind of a bear. It's like 4 different things. What are
Bear?
you working on
You're
down
literally
there?
on a fucking tunnel from hell.
Oh, you in the tunnel? I saw the tunnel when I went through there earlier.
Yeah. Got a lot of ridges.
It's for her pleasure.
Ay, ay, ay. I was hoping we could just bypass like
No,
all comments about
absolutely not.
that.
No.
And we made it so long. I was like, all right, phew, we made it. All right,
No.
good.
Absolutely not. You were never safe.
Yeah, I guess I should know better.
You really should have got to know me better before we went into business together.
You know what? You're right. Maybe I should step back now. Get to know you better first. Sister has comments to make.
Always.
Brow. Brow.
I wish I could get her to talk in the mic in these instances, but she just refuses to do it. I don't know how I came out and immediately was attached to the ladder. That's not what I wanted.
I'm constantly like sticking the mic in Lewis's face when he starts grunting, but he always stops when I go to do it.
Yeah, gotta
Well, because
train him
he's
how to
smelling
do
the
this.
microphone. He's like, what have you shoved in my face?
Like right now, he's just
Smells
sitting on
like
my lap,
food.
half asleep, and just going. It's like constant. And my mom says that he does that because he's content. Like that's his yeah, I'm chilling noise.
Right.
And it makes sense because he makes it all the freaking time, especially when he's like half asleep.
I mean, those are the noises you would make if you had zero concerns with your existence.
That's true. I would make that noise.
All right, I think I'll finish up this area. Let me know when you're at a stopping point, and then we will call it for this evening's episode of pressure washing. I still have that scar on my toe. Just update on that pressure washing scar. That thing ain't going away anytime soon.
But did you get the dirt?
I got the dirt. Boy, did I get the dirt.
There you go.
Worth it for the scar, right?
Where is this freaking thing? Is this it right here? This box has like little indents in it.
Aha! Love them boxes. Little squared out part of it is a bitch to get.
There's a little bit more on this, and then I should have all of Obstacle 7 done. Nope. A little bit here. I want to finish Obstacle 7.
Okay.
Right? And there should be something here. Alright. Am I done with Obstacle 7? No. Wait a minute.
What?
Missed something on Obstacle 6.
Oh, are you checking the list? I should probably check the list on the ones I did.
No, I'm
I
just
forgot about
like
that.
looking at it and I'm seeing the line not full. I mean, I've probably missed something on every obstacle.
I have. Apparently, I missed one on 12. Oh, the zipline mount. No, that was a thing separate from the zipline. Where is the zipline mount? That's the beam. Something around here is supposed to be the zipline mount. I'm not sure what part it is, though.
Check around where the zip line is. It would be something it's affixed to.
It's I like sometimes I get it to pop up. I want to shoot it from the bottom. Maybe that's the problem. Beam mount. That's done. Obstacle 12, zipline mount. Oh. Oh, it's over here.
Oh,
Found
duh!
it.
I can climb on this rope ladder.
Oh, you
Like,
can? I didn't know that.
I'm sitting here going, how am I supposed to climb up there and find this? I can just walk up to it and go get it.
Obstacle 11 net pins.
All right.
Oh, there it is.
I'm missing stuff on obstacle 1. Gosh, sloppy work.
I forgot how easy it is to go through the list and select it and it will show up. 12, 11. Tunnel
Wide
trims.
box. I got a wide box for you.
God. Hell yeah. All right. I am at a good point now, so I've completed all of my boxes, my previous obstacles and confirmed there. Good.
Obstacle 3. What did I do? 3PO? Where could he be?
You made me
You really
remember
s-
about Bad Batch releasing new episodes. Are you watching that?
I have not watched any of it yet.
I have not either.
I keep forgetting it's out.
Honestly, I'd have to watch the other episode, like the other season before. That's just how I am with things. Quinn says, "Oh shit, forgot to watch it tonight."
See, even
How
Quentin
dare.
forgot it's out.
Wow, that's telling.
It's not just me.
I've not watched the latest episode of The Last of Us.
I
That
haven't
came
either.
out Sunday.
I watch it with my mom, and we haven't had a chance to yet.
I'll probably watch it next week, maybe sometime. Definitely not in the next couple days. I did not watch Clone Wars.
Okay, everything through obstacle 7 is done.
And that's where you're at right now is 7?
Yeah.
All right.
Obstacle 8 is next. Look at the tube! I'm in
I
the
know that
tube!
tunnel was a bitch. I should watch Clone Wars first. Okay.
Wait, Clone Wars?
Is that a separate TV show, or you mean like one of
Because you've watched
the
Clone
speed?
Wars.
Oh, I have watched Clone Wars, actually. Oh, I've watched those. Yeah, no, I watched those. While
Just
cross-stitching.
speedrun 7 seasons. I remember you talking about it while you were watching it, so I know you watched it.
Yeah, I cross-stitched to it. All right, I gotta stop. I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, let's just finish it.
And
Obstacle 8, Obstacle 9.
I'm doing 10.
That's it. Obstacle 8 and 9 are done. Or the rest of it. I'm just kidding. We don't need to keep going.
Because I thought she did, but I couldn't remember. Oh, there's a cat. All of a sudden, she snuck up on me. Stop
Yeah.
messing with that box. That's my headphones box. Thank you.
No. This ladder is like sticking out away from this.
We are over 80% done. No, it works. It's proper.
Am I inside the ladder right now for you?
You are inside the ladder, yes.
Yeah, it only goes up to where I'm standing. I'm standing on top of it right now for me.
Oh, aren't you just fancy? All right. right, well, that's going to do it for us tonight. So thank you very much for everyone for hanging out and talking about all the stuff that came out today with the Nintendo Direct. I'm excited for the next shows. Next games coming out. Logan's going to pressure wash me away. Hit up our Instagram and Discord for our schedule. And go to our hit up our Twitter and Discord for our schedule and Instagram for some behind-the-scenes pictures. You can go to our website to get links to that information and check out our 2 podcasts, the Carpet Boredom Podcast, which Clayton, I think, is going to try to get that episode uploaded tonight, and Help Me Understand, which is Clayton and Brandon talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Tomorrow is Thursday, right?
Yes. And it was supposed to be...
No, we're playing The Forest tomorrow, Thursday.
Oh, yes.
And Brandon's going to be joining, so make sure you come back for that tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. But until then, have a good night.
Good night.